Hello, this is Beacon of Light. Welcome to my channel, and today I want to be talking about a dream that I had. So I'll start with the dream. I had a dream where I was no longer talking to my ex. We were no longer together, and it's been a while since we haven't been together. So then I was living by myself. I was living with my two children. And at that time, I was just struggling a lot. So I needed a lot of things in my house. So then all of a sudden, I told my son that I had no paper toilet in the house. And I told him that I really needed paper toilet in my house. But the reason why I didn't buy it was because I didn't have enough money right now. So we were all going to have to wait for that. And at that time, I was really struggling. To get things in the house. And I told him, whatever you do, don't tell your father, because I don't want your father to know of my issues. So then later on in the afternoon, I noticed that there were a lot of supplies on the table. I noticed that there were juice, there was soda, there was food, there were paper toilet, paper towels. And then I looked at my son and I told him, where do you get all of these things? Or where do you get these things? Where do you get these things? He said, I told my dad that you were struggling and that you needed paper toilet in the house. And then he decided upon himself to buy all these things. And I was really angry. I became really angry at him because he went behind my back. He went behind my back to my ex. And he told them about my problems and the issues that I was having in my house. And I was struggling a lot. And I didn't have the supplies that I needed in the house. And I felt betrayed that my son went behind my back to go ahead and tell my ex that. He basically, not only did he tell my ex that I didn't have those supplies, but he told him much more than what he really needed to. So I felt betrayed. And I was very, very, very angry. And I felt hurt. I felt really hurt that he did that behind my back. And the reason why I felt hurt was because my ex didn't care. He didn't care that I was struggling at the time. He knew that I was struggling. He could have taken the time to call me and say, hello, are you okay? Do you need these things? But he didn't. So my son took it upon himself to call his father or my ex. And that's the reason why I felt uncomfortable with that situation. So now, to whoever this word is for, your ex, you are no longer talking with your ex, and your ex doesn't care about your whereabouts. They really don't care about your whereabouts or how you're surviving with the kids. So again, your ex doesn't care. They don't care if you're struggling or not. It doesn't matter if you had his kids or her kids. They do not care. They don't care about your whereabouts. They don't care if you're struggling. They don't care if you're struggling with you and the kids. They just don't care. And now, again, so now you feel betrayed because one of your kids called and told your ex about your issues that was going on in your household, which was that you were struggling and that you were trying your best to get by in life. And you feel betrayed and hurt that your child did this because you told him not to call your ex. So, and you feel hurt because, like in the bottom of your heart, you knew that your ex knew that you were struggling. They knew that you were struggling, and they didn't bother to call. They did not bother to call for themselves. The only reason why they called back was because, like I said, one of your children were calling him for help. And I feel as though that your ex is not being genuine at all. And like I said, they knew that you were struggling, and they wanted you to struggle. They knew that you were struggling. They were actually having a ballpark with it, that you were struggling. So why bother calling them to beg for help? So that was the situation that I had. And that's the reason why I felt uncomfortable with that situation. Because I know that, or in the dream, because your ex They want to see you struggling. They want to see you struggling. They don't care about your whereabouts. They're actually smiling. They're smiling that you're struggling right now. So why ask for the help? Why ask for their help? It's like they're helping you, but like in a prideful way. So again, I'm going to read this verse. It says in Psalms 55, 12 through 13. For it was not an enemy that reproached me. For it was not an enemy that reproached me. Then I could have borne it. Neither was it he that hated me that did magnify himself against me. Then I would have hid myself from him. But it was thou, a man mine equal, my guide, and mine acquaintance. So basically this verse is saying, okay, the one who betrayed me is basically someone that I knew very well. It was a friend or an acquaintance. And this verse right here, like I said here, just like this verse, you were surprised to be betrayed by someone close to you that you didn't expect. So it wasn't necessarily like a big, huge betrayal, but it still was a betrayal because your child basically told all of your personal business to your ex. You know, your child told your personal business to your ex behind your back, and it made you feel betrayed. So I always say, sometimes it's best that when you're going through something so personal, it's best to keep it to yourself, because anyone, or even your child could end up telling all your information about you to anyone. And again, your child didn't do it like in a malicious way or anything like that, but again, your child didn't do it in a malicious way. But it can be dangerous in a way because there's other people like your ex or an enemy that can actually take advantage of that other person or take advantage of your child. They can take advantage of them with the information that they give you. And they can basically either destroy or make your life better. So again, be very, very careful who you tell your business to. It doesn't matter if it's your mother, your father, your child, just be very careful. Because even though they don't have bad intentions, some people may betray you. There's other people that do have bad intentions and say, okay, I'm going to tell her business or I'm going to tell his business. They do have bad intentions, but there's other people, like I said, with your child, that they didn't have bad intentions at all, but the enemy will use what they say about you. They will take advantage of that. The enemy will take advantage. So again, be very, very careful of the things that you say and just keep it to yourself. Just keep it to yourself. So again, this is Beacon of Light. Thank you so much for watching my channel and have a blessed day. Bye.